Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk English. I'm Emily, and I'm very happy to be here with you today. I hope you are having a calm and comfortable moment wherever you are listening. Maybe you are at home, maybe you are on a bus, maybe you are walking outside. Wherever you are, thank you for spending a little time with us today.
Hi, Emily, and hello, everyone. It's great to be here again. I'm feeling really good today. Actually, I have warm cup of coffee next to me, and the weather outside is a little cool. So it feels like a perfect day to talk and learn together.
That sounds very cozy, Paul. Coffee and cool weather are a wonderful combination. I also have a drink with me today. I'm drinking a cup of green tea. It's warm, it smells nice, and it helps me feel relaxed.
I love that. I think warm drinks make conversations feel friendlier. Coffee, tea, hot chocolate, they all make people slow down and enjoy the moment.
Yes, exactly. And today's episode is actually about one of those warm drinks.
Oh, really? Now I'm curious already.
Today, we are going to talk about something very practical and very useful for English learners. We are going to talk about ordering coffee in English.
Oh, that's perfect. I feel like this is something many learners want to practice.
Absolutely. Ordering coffee is a small situation, but it happens everywhere in cafes, in airports, in hotels, at work, even bookstores sometimes. So, learning how to order coffee in English can make you feel more confident in everyday life.
And honestly, it can be a little scary if English is not your first language.
Yes, it can feel a little stressful, but don't worry. Today we will talk slowly, we will give examples, and we will practice together.
I'm excited already.
Before we start, we want to ask you something small. If you enjoy learning English with our conversations, please remember to like this episode.
Yes, that really helps our channel grow. And if you are new here, you can also subscribe.
When you subscribe, you will not miss our future conversations. We release new English practice episodes regularly.
And if you have a friend who is also learning English, maybe someone in your class or someone at work, you can share this episode with them.
Learning together with friends can make the process more fun and less stressful.
Exactly. Language learning feels easier when you practice together.
All right, Paul, let's begin today's topic.
I'm ready.
Today, we are talking about ordering coffee in English. This is a simple situation, but it is very helpful for beginners.
Yes, because cafes are everywhere. In big cities, in small towns, at train stations, in airports.
Exactly. And when you travel, one of the first places you might visit is a cafe.
That's true. When I arrive in a new city, I often look for a cafe first.
Me too. It's a comfortable place. You can sit down, relax, and watch the city around you.
But if your English is new, you might feel nervous about ordering.
That's very normal. Many learners worry about pronunciation, or they worry about saying the wrong thing.
Yes, I imagine someone thinking, what if I make a mistake? What if the barista doesn't understand me? And
That is a very common fear. But the truth is, cafes are actually great places to practice English.
really?
Yes, because the conversation is short, the vocabulary is simple, and the situation is predictable.
Predictable. That means the same pattern happens again and again.
Exactly. Usually, the conversation follows a simple order. You greet the person, you say what you want, maybe they ask a small question, and then you pay.
That actually sounds manageable.
It is. And today, we will walk through this process step by step.
I like that. Step by step feels less scary.
Let's start with the first moment. You walk into a cafe.
Okay, I open the door, I smell coffee,
Yes, that wonderful coffee smell.
and then I walk to the counter.
Right. The person behind the counter is often called a barista.
Barista. That's the person who makes the coffee.
Exactly.
So what do I say first?
Usually you begin with a simple greeting.
Like hello?
Yes. Hello is perfect, or you can say hi.
So I walk up and say, hi.
Yes. And the barista might say, hi, what can I get for you?
Well, that's a common sentence.
Very common.
Let me repeat that slowly. What can I get for you?
Very good.
That means they are asking what I want to order.
Exactly.
So now it's my turn to answer.
Yes.
Okay. I might say I want coffee.
That is understandable, but there is a more natural way to say it.
Okay.
Instead of saying I want coffee, you can say I'd like a coffee.
I'd like a coffee.
Yes, that sounds more polite and more natural in English.
Let me try again. Hi, I'd like a coffee.
Perfect.
That already feels smoother.
Good. And sometimes the barista will ask another question.
Oh no, more questions.
Don't worry, they are usually simple.
Like what?
For example, they might ask, what size?
Ah, yes. Small, medium, or large.
Exactly.
So I can say a small coffee, please.
Perfect. That's very clear and polite.
I noticed something interesting.
What is that?
You added, please.
Yes. Please is very helpful in polite English.
So saying a small coffee is okay, but a small coffee, please, sounds friendlier.
Exactly.
I like that.
Another question they might ask is milk or sugar?
Oh, yes. Many people add milk or sugar.
So you could answer just milk, please, or no sugar, please.
Let me try. Just milk, please.
Very good.
I'm already starting to imagine the conversation.
That's the goal. When you imagine it, you feel more comfortable.
I remember the first time I tried to order coffee in another language.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was traveling in a small town and I wanted coffee, but I didn't know the words.
That must have been stressful.
It was a little funny, actually. I pointed at a cup and said one word.
Just one word?
Yes, I said coffee.
Well, sometimes simple communication works.
It did work. The barista smiled and gave me coffee.
That's a good reminder. Even simple English can work.
Yes, perfection is not necessary.
Exactly. Communication is the goal.
I think many learners forget that.
They do. They think every sentence must be perfect.
But real conversations are messy sometimes.
Very true.
Emily, can we practice a full example?
Of course, let's imagine a cafe conversation,
Okay, I'll be the customer.
and I'll be the barista. Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, I'd like a coffee, please.
Sure. What size?
A medium coffee, please.
Would you like milk or sugar?
Just milk, please.
Great. That will be $3.
Here you go.
Thank you. Your coffee will be ready soon.
Wow, that was simple.
Yes, and that's the important point. Many cafe conversations are short and simple.
I feel like learners will like hearing this.
I hope so.
I also want to talk about different coffee types,
Good idea.
because sometimes the menu has many words.
Yes, that can be confusing.
For example, espresso, latte, cappuccino.
Right.
Sometimes I look at the menu and think, what is the difference?
Let's explain a few simple ones. Espresso is a small, strong coffee.
Very strong.
Yes, a latte is espresso with a lot of milk.
That's my favorite.
Cappuccino is also espresso and milk, but it has more foam.
Foam is the light bubbles on top.
Exactly.
So if I want something creamy and smooth, I might order a latte.
Yes, that's a good choice.
Let me try a sentence. Hi, I'd like a small latte, please.
Perfect.
This is starting to feel easy.
That's what practice does.
I think repetition really helps.
Absolutely. Repeating sentences helps your brain remember patterns.
So listeners can repeat after us.
That's a great idea.
Let's practice one sentence together.
Okay,
I'd like a coffee, please.
let's say it slowly.
I'd like a coffee, please.
Very good.
And another one.
Can I get a latte, please?
Oh, that's another useful phrase.
Yes. Can I get is very common in cafes.
Let me try. Can I get a cappuccino, please?
Perfect.
Emily, I also notice people say to go sometimes.
Good observation.
What does to go mean?
To go means you will take the drink with you.
Not drink it in the cafe.
Exactly.
So if I want to leave quickly, I can say a latte to go, please.
That's right.
And if I want to stay,
Sometimes people say for here.
oh, interesting.
For example, a cappuccino for here, please.
That's very useful.
Yes. Small phrases like this make you sound more natural.
I'm learning a lot today.
Me too, actually. Teaching always reminds me how language works.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if I don't understand the barista?
That's a great question.
Sometimes people speak fast.
Yes, that happens.
So what can learners say?
A very helpful sentence is, sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, that's polite.
Yes, and very common.
Let me try. Sorry, could you repeat that?
Perfect.
That feels respectful.
Exactly.
I also like, sorry, I'm learning English.
That's a wonderful sentence.
Because it explains the situation.
And many people will become more patient and helpful.
I think most people want to help learners.
Yes, they do.
Emily, do you remember your first cafe experience abroad?
Yes, I do actually.
Tell us.
I was traveling in another country and I walked into a small cafe early in the morning.
Sounds peaceful.
It was. The cafe smelled like fresh bread and coffee.
That already sounds amazing.
I looked at the menu, but I didn't recognize many words.
Oh no.
So I smiled and said a simple sentence.
What did you say?
Hello, coffee, please?
Very simple.
Yes. And the barista smiled and asked a question.
Did you understand?
Not at first.
What happened then?
I said, sorry, slowly, please.
That's smart.
Then he repeated the question slowly.
And you understood.
Yes. And I successfully ordered my coffee.
That must have felt great.
It did. Small victories are very motivating in language learning.
I love that phrase. Small victories.
Yes. Ordering coffee can be one of those victories.
I think our listeners will experience that soon.
I hope so.
All right, Emily. Maybe we should review what we learned today.
Good idea.
First, we start with a greeting.
Yes. Hi or hello.
Then we order politely.
For example, I'd like a coffee, please.
Or, can I get a latte, please?
Exactly.
Then we answer simple questions.
Like size, milk, or sugar.
And we can say to go or for.
Perfect summary.
I feel proud of us.
Me too.
Now we want to ask our listeners something.
Yes.
This is your chance to practice English.
In the comments, tell us your favorite coffee drink.
Maybe you like latte, cappuccino, espresso, or something else.
You can write a simple sentence.
For example, my favorite coffee is a latte.
Or I like cappuccino with milk.
And remember, mistakes are okay.
Absolutely. Mistakes are part of learning.
We read your comments, and we love seeing your progress.
It makes us very happy.
Before we say goodbye, we have a small request.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please like this episode.
And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future English conversations.
You can also share this episode with a friend who is learning English.
Learning together makes everything easier.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
We truly appreciate it.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in your progress.
And maybe enjoy a nice cup of coffee today.
That sounds like a perfect idea.
See you next time, everyone.
Goodbye and happy English learning.